We are back. We're back. Are we already? Yes. Watching EPT live as well now on my phone. Just three-handed in the high roller. Always fun to watch. Right, it's got 8,136 big blinds. That'll do. And my screen is frozen. Ah, there we go. Fold Jack 5 of hearts. Don't think I've moved tables, have I? No. Another hour and a half of late registration. There's almost 20,000 entrants so far, which is quite a lot of people. Ace Queen. I will raise 135. I'm going to put music on instead because this is too distracting. There we go. Right. If we see a shove, I was going to say if he shoves there, I was going to fold. It's 30 bigs, it's quite a lot to shove. Cool with Ace Queen. I don't want to donk off too much of my stack early on. So he's going to have position on me. They both are. I am going to see bet here for 180. If I get shoved, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, he's called. Right, well, I wouldn't have played. Would I play a jack or a 10 this way? I'm going to slow down, I'm going to check and hope he's drawing and checks behind, because I could still be ahead here. I did only flat after all. We'll call 360. Well, it's either all in or fold here, so I'm not going to flat and then check fold the river. Could be bluffing with a better hand. I'm going to have to pass. I have to fold. Losing to any jack or 10, or could have some nasty rivers as well, so we'll concede that one. Right, here we go. Seven, 3, and jack. I'm going to mark this so we know who our friend is. No, not reload. Label yellow, can you see that? That was, there we go, yeah. With Jabaro it just does the yellow line over the top. So I've just custom labelled him so we don't forget him. Let's see how he gets on. So despite that, hit was still doing okay, 130 big blinds, although they are going up to 40-80 now, which is what, 90, 93, 94? So still quite healthy obviously. Get pumped. It's about really picking your spots and playing tight I suppose for the first 2 hours and just try and outlive or survive past the people who are just going to try and donk out or win it in the first 2 hours. And then after the late reg it's really about playing and trying to exploit situations basically and going for it. So that's going to be my game plan. Play fairly, not tight, but play less loose now than I am going to later. Keep doing that. 7 deuce in the big blind. Shall not be calling a raise. even if it's to 120, I will not be calling. Call 7 deuce. If he calls, I'll check. Yep, no reason to raise here. Let's check. See a flop. Bricked. I could 3-bet this, but there's no real need. Don't have any really backdoors that I can fall onto if he calls. He's probably got me crushed, obviously, so happy to fold there. 6-5. This guy's been sat out since the tournament started as well, so I need to bear that in mind. Getting 3.7 to 1 to call here. Again, I could raise, but I think it's maybe too early on to get a bit technical like that. I'm not even suited. Nope, pass. Later on in the tournament I would have tried something there like a raise or a whatever, but there's no really need to now. So 22% VPIP. 9 blue pot raise, aggression factors 40. Not too bad. Oh. Yeah dear. 320. He's stacking chips. Why was not the 10 of clubs? Love 19 suited. I'll be raising this button if it comes around to me. Just a standard 160. Only got one player to get through. Yeah, easy enough. I've not done that often either, so to give it a little bit more credit than someone who's abusing it. And that's a pass there, easy. I'd have to get a lucky flop to try and do something against the big blind there, but minging run out. Oh, incidentally would have had a straight, but that's quite minging. Obviously it's the low end as well, so plenty of hands baiting me. 880 to a pot of 320. I like this guy. 8-4 is a pass. Min cash is currently $21, but there's 15,000 people in the way with min cash, which is a lot of people. Absolute minefield, these tournaments. They're huge fields, but they can be quite fun, so. It's hard to imagine that 2,500 people have gone out in 40 minutes. It's quite a lot. 7-4 of spades. No, it's too early to get carried away. Fold. $3.10. No, thank you. Going up to 51 in 4 minutes. They don't wait around these blinds. Still got a more than average stack, which is good. How does it go check and then they'll call? I think somebody's lying here. He's shoving to 3 opponents. They've checked to him. No. A spade's got there. Strange bet. Is that a blocking bet, or is he going for straight value, or what? Don't like that call. Ah, yeah. Chop it up. How did he end up with the 7 thingy then? How did that hand play out? So he min raised with it. He very nearly got what was coming to him then. Min raises and then checks and then calls. And then checks around to a river. There comes a spade and then calls. And they could easily have 3 spades, or, well, talk about under-repping your hand. Yikes. King 5, no thank you. Give that, so last place is paid. I know that anyway. 3,150. I wonder if this guy on my left's ever going to come back. I've forgotten that he's registered to it. Alright, so we've got 3-4 offsuit and big blind. Obviously going to don't know what I'm going to do here. Not the sort of hand I really want to flatten with. Be patient, the spot will come. Very, very active. But I don't want to donk off any of my stack to him. I'll happily complete here, it's only 40, I'm only getting 10% I know, but it's a cheap price. If you flop huge I can try and outplay them, but I was going to say king high could have been good there if it was 300 maybe or whatever, but seems like, oh my god. He's got a 5A, he's a genius. Did limp though, to be fair. Could have 5. He checks here, that's very strange. There's literally no draws on the flop. He has checked. Wow, I have no idea what he's got. No idea. Jack 10, and it's good. Wow. Stone cold him. Side egg. Right, we're at 51. 77 big blinds. Still fairly healthy. Ace 7. Given his opening defending range, I was going to say I'll raise here, but he's got a shove here. Under the gun, I'm getting 46% with ace high. I know that if I call, he's very likely to call as well because he's just been playing like a nutter. You'll see him to play as well. Pretty sure this should be a call, but I am going to pass. Well, I sat out, but I was going to pass. Because I can see him just calling with a wide range of hands. Oh wow, he's folded. Wow. I was at least flipping there, but oh well. I am going to get a drink. I'm going to stop this video here and carry on in a second. Apologies, I need to be jacked when I'm playing, so for the first few hours anyway, so I don't make any mistakes or any big ones. So let's go. Oh wow, quads. I just missed. What the hell? Pocket nines, I'll play this hand first. 210, it's my standard little raise. I think he might have been involved in that hand because he's down to quite low. The pots get quite big now compared to the stack size. Okay, I'm going to see bet here because I only got one over. I'm going to bet 280, 288, which is small I know, but right, he's flatted. What did he flat with before? Surely he would have raised me or something if he had a queen, but then again I don't know what he's calling with, so I am going to bet again. 500, make it obvious that I'm sticking to this pot. He could have a worse hand than me. If he shoves here, I'm probably going to have to call. He's not tank shoved, which oh he has. Shit. He could have a worse hand than me. I think he would have shoved a 4 straight away in case he had a queen. He knows that's not a very good bluff. Pretty sure he's just been in that hand. I think he's tilting, so given what he's done in the past, I'm going to call, and if he's got a queen, then fair play to him. King 10, and he's missed. Yes. Get in. If he was tilting, let me just check he was tilting. Was he going to put? Yeah, he was. He had 6s in the hand. I thought he did. So that influenced my decision quite a lot there when I fold this. Well, he called it with 6s pre-flop, so. Wow. It's good to have showed up for that hand. But yeah, because I don't think he would have played a 4 like that, definitely. And he played that queen strangely if he wanted max value, so. I think I was beating a lot of his shoving range there, so. Because I didn't know that I had a made hand, so he could have been trying to bluff me off it, but he didn't have enough behind anyway. I'll be out of position here, but I am going to call. Don't want to raise. Pot control, I've got someone else got behind me as well. Still too early on to get fancy, I think. I've got an ace, this could be interesting. I'll check to the razor. It's probably going to continue for about 400 to 666. I've got a call here. Can't fold straight away, it's 3. He did open, so there's a good chance he's got a better ace than me, but I tanked on one street and he's checked behind his checks very quickly as well. If he continues here for about 1500, I'm going to pass, because I'm guessing. been here before where they bet a little like that because they've hit some weird little 2-pair, but I can't fold for 400. Not comfortable here though. If he raises here, I'm probably going to call. Don't see him doing that with a bigger ace than me. Right, and he shoved so I can pass. Ace queen or ace king for him, and some sort of maybe combo draw he's picked up or a 2-pair. Oh, or the straight. He had ace 10. Wow. Good fold. What happens when you slow play big hands pre-flop? I'm very susceptible to shit like that happening. That was the guy that just won that on the quads as well. No, but still comfortable. I've got 87 big blinds, however they are going up to 75, 150 next very soon. I think we lost the minimum there. Well, could be an argument to have either 3-bet folded play or definitely the turn. That cheeky 400. You can always tell there's something wrong there, but in hindsight I have the same hand as me, so not sure what the 400 was about. Wow. Don't understand what I've just seen. Right, blinds up again. Got 60 big blinds. 7, 8 clubs. Could be nice to raise there, but 50-50 with me, and I'd prefer not to. So. But yep. I wonder if I'd have raised the flop with that ace 10 hand, whether or not it would have got through. Because the guy with the straight draw would have had to fold or go all in. Just don't know how much he would have wanted to play the ace 10 for that bigger pot. I suppose that could have been a good play to do. As I said before, this first 2 hours is about building as big a stack as you can, but trying to not get sucked into bad play by some of the other players that are just into dust the stack off quickly. When does the ante come into play? Next. So in 8 minutes there's an ante at 1-2. Right, okay. 9-8 is a fold. Hmm. 23,000 people there. When does the EPT free roll start? Look at that. So that's full at 30,000. So I'm registered in this as well. EPT live free roll. It's now 300. $215 for first, which isn't really worth it for what I'd have to spend on it. Right, back to the action. It's best to be a little tighter now as well, because the little pots you play, the wow. How the hell did that get all in? Yikes. If you play lots of little pots, you just dust your stack off so quickly. And the blinds get this big. Quite easy fold that into the gun, obviously. That's a good flop. Let's have a better turn. Nice hand. Jack 9 offsuit, the big blind. I like to not touch my mouse unless I'm literally clicking something, because good advice, if you're playing online, you think without touching your mouse, you're less inclined to impulse decision, because it's not there just to click like that. You've got to think through it before you do anything. No. That's a fold. Could see a reshove here. With 4,500 in the pot if he calls, which leaves them both with like pot size bet behind, so what it does. So pretty much identical stacks here, so they're probably going to check it down. I wouldn't have bet there unless I'd had a 10 or 5s. Okay, that's a strange one. I wouldn't have bet 5s there because you could raise, you only got a fold. Ace 4. I would have limped had it come round to me, but happy to pass here. Ay, ay, ay. Chip leader's got 40,000. It'd be so sweet to make the final table of this, but it's a big ask. You have to run like God as well. Oh, we popped a set. Did you get value there from 4 deuce? Full value as well. Didn't realise that then, but they double paired the board on the river. Calls, hits bottom pair, flats, flats again, and then leads. He has to call because he leaded, he set himself up to lose there. Probably should have checked and then called, if anything. Fold. Jack 4, easy fold. Blinds up in 2 minutes. I'm playing for an hour and 5 now. And there's been 24,000 entries as well. What's he saying in the chat? He got to be tilted there. Norge idiota. Which is Swiss for, or Swedish for you're an idiot probably. Lucky donk. I wouldn't really say it was a lucky donk because you could have played it better. I think it's a very sick situation, so I don't really blame him for calling. It is a 6 spot. I wouldn't have made the call though. got to be wary in these tournaments of people that are going in tilt. You can tell when someone's about to go and play a hand, so it's a good thing to keep an eye out for. Like before with the 9s, he had King 10. He's destined to overplay a hand against me. Obviously, easy fold here. Going fairly well so far, I think. I think it's going to be blinds up next hand. It was what, 42 pigs? Oh yeah, blinds are up. Good call, ace king. Very nice call. Very nice call. In hindsight, I thought the bet doesn't make that much sense. He checked to me, half potted it, didn't he? I think. Let's double check. So we flatted the 3-bet pre-flop. If he'd have bet the turn, he'd have won the hand. But, oh, hello. King Jack suited. We'll come in for a min raise in a bit. Let's get rid of that, let's concentrate. One caller. If we get 3-bet, we're going to have to pass because we've got 3,000 behind us. It's not a great flop for us, but I'm going to continue anyway for 455. If he shoves, we're screwed. Called straight away there, so tempted to check and give up with his hand. Again, we could have him beat, but it's the power of position, isn't it? I don't know what he flats with and checks behind, so assuming he's got an ace. Eight, 10. Hoping he's got ace high, I can try and fold him off it here. I could have played 9s like this, or 8s. Oh, he's called anyway. Wow. Nice call. Could have found a fold there, or a check, but dusted off some chips there. My line didn't make much sense, so I should have checked there really, in hindsight. Damn it. That might have worked if I'd have carried on the turn again, but it's not a convincing line, is it really? Let's go call wire as well. Back down to 34 big blinds isn't too bad. Shows you how quickly it can change in this game. Keep doing that. Right, 6-3. I don't often try and buy pots in the river, but you've got to have a more convincing storyline than that for it to work. And that's a fold. I'm trying to force the hand there without really thinking through what it looks like from his perspective, because yeah, I've raised, but surely a pocket pair would have continued on the turn as well. Applying a lot of pressure on him, trying to get I'm going to fold here because, yeah, I'm definitely going to fold because the big blind's really not got a lot. Should be shoving most hands. Not, maybe not. Seems to be an impulse decision not to bet the king jack then. Didn't really think it through. But it's not the end. Still got a fairly decent stack. Seven north on the button is a fold. Oh dear. It's called. 10's ace queen. Gets through. Nice hand. Queen jack offsuit. I was going to fold anyway when it came round to me because I could see myself min raising and being priced into a call and a shove against this fella on my left. Quite a nice flop for me though, if I'd have played. 9-8 offsuit is a fold. I think, yeah. Again, with him on my left, I'm kind of being dictated to what I open and not open here because he should be shoving a lot, but doesn't seem to be. Blinds going up in a minute and I'll have 25 big blinds unless I lose a hand or win a hand between now and then. 125, 250. A7. Limp on the gun. Gibbons, no thank you. And a shove. Good luck, sir. Fours, ace 8, it's a flip. Great flop for ace 8. Gets there. Nice hand. No thank you, fold. Go away. Coming up to the second break as well. After that, there'll only be half an hour left of late reg, if we're still in. I wouldn't say I got carried away with the king jack before. I think I played it fairly well apart from the river, which is obviously the one that's cost me the most, but didn't lose that much. Just unnecessary. What did we have then? I forgot. 4-7. Yeah. What a draw. Just killed some of his cards. Yeah, nice hand. We're going to deal a flush draw. Nice hand to raise from late maybe, but not from there. Less than an average stack now, but I haven't got the lower stack because that's 1. Pocket 4s. Is this a raise from early given the stacks that are around me? I'm going to go with yes. 4-10. We'll evaluate what happens when I get around to it. I think I've raised for a while. Obviously if there's a re-raise I'm going to have to fold, but I'm not going to see bet here. I'm going to check because the pot's already quite big. At 8.16 to pot of my 20. If I call, there's not very many good turns for me. It's pretty much guaranteed to be an overcard, and I could get counterfeited, so it doesn't seem worth calling. Greater than 10% of my stack. It's a pass there. No point getting carried away there and trying to turn that into a bluff or something, because I've raised with a low pair and missed, so you fold, don't you? This is a fold too. Yeah, so the blinds are now 125, 250. I've got 22 bigs, so I've lost quite a bit, but not to worry. I was going to say if it folded around to me, I was going to min raise, then call a shove. So we're doing well against his shoving range. Here, I'm going to pass. Even if I had King 10 suited, I'd probably pass. Because that 3x in with such a small stack seems indicative of wanting a call, even if it is from early, or more so if it's from early. Right, done it again though, so that can't be too good. I'm going to fold King 5 on the button. I need to choose my opening hands carefully now because I'm getting short. To be fair, as is most people, there's a lot of short stacks on my left. Big stacks to my right and short stacks to my left. There's not much I can do but fold. Can't raise, don't want to shove, so yeah. Got another break in 4 minutes. 3 bet snap fold as well. It's going to feel silly if he folds now, I think. No, gets through, nice hand. And I'm going to fold that easily. How much did that net him then? He's got 6,000 now. Did he have before the hand? No, like gained him 1,000. Oh, I'd like to think the only mistake I've done so far is bluffing the river with that king jack without betting a turn as well. But it already cost me 800 chips, which was what I think it was about 10 big blinds at the time, so I'm not really kicking myself for that. Just wasn't. We could do with a hand. That would be nice. Or a profitable situation. What's he saying in the chat? Shove tries to pot. And he said ace high. Showed the ace, that's cheeky. 10-8 offsuit, fold. If I'd had 10s then I probably would have min raised. Try and induce something from one of the short stacks. The APT free roll soon as well. Just get in that fold. Easy fold. Yeah. The best of hands pre-flop. Not much to do in this half an hour, but it's going to be crunch time after the break. I have to really try and play my A game. 10-5, yeah. This is very likely to be the last hand as well. This is going to be the last hand, in fact, so I've been raised, so I'm going to fold. 3-bet, so least credible 4-bet in history that I shoved. I'm going to fold. Oh, he's just called. And shoved ace, king, jacks. I probably should have got him pre-flop, but gets it through. Right, I'm going to stop it here again and then carry on in